The Houston Rockets just dropped a bombshell. In a move that few saw coming, the Rockets are shipping off rising star Cam Whitmore to the Washington Wizards in exchange for 2 second-round picks. Let that sink in. Cam Whitmore, one of the most electric young talents in the league, is now headed to D.C. And just like that, the NBA landscape shifts again. Before we dive deeper, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the hottest NBA news. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did the Rockets make the right call? Or did the Wizards just pull off a massive heist? Let's get into it. Cam Whitmore, a name Rockets fans were beginning to rally behind, has officially been traded. The 20-year-old forward, who made waves last season with his explosive athleticism and scoring potential, is being moved after just 1 year with the franchise. For the Wizards, it's a calculated bet on youth and upside. For the Rockets, it's a puzzling pivot away from one of their most promising assets. This trade raises one giant question. Why now? Whitmore was coming off a rookie season where he averaged just under 13 points per game, while shooting nearly 38% from deep. His minutes were limited early in the year, but once he cracked the rotation, it was clear the kid had something special. He played with swagger. He played with confidence. He played like a future cornerstone, and now he's gone. Houston's decision to move Whitmore for a pair of second-round picks is being met with confusion and, frankly, frustration among their fanbase. Sure, the Rockets have a crowded wing rotation, especially after bringing in veterans like Dillon Brooks and continuing to develop guys like Jalen Green and Tari Eason. But giving up on Whitmore this early feels like selling low on a player who hadn't even scratched the surface of his ceiling. On the flip side, this could be a win-now signal from Houston's front office. Under new head coach Ime Udoka, the Rockets have emphasized accountability, defense, and veteran leadership. They brought in Fred VanVleet to stabilize the backcourt, and they've been vocal about turning the corner from rebuilding to competing. Perhaps the Rockets felt that Whitmore, despite his talent, wasn't a clean fit in their evolving system. Or perhaps they believe they can better use those picks in a future package. But make no mistake, this trade is all about Cam Whitmore's upside, and that's exactly what the Wizards are banking on. Washington, deep in their own rebuilding phase, now adds another potential star to a roster filled with youth and uncertainty. Whitmore joins a core that includes Jordan Poole, Bilal Coulibaly, and Deni Avdija, a group that's raw but brimming with potential. In D.C., he'll have the green light to develop without the pressure of immediate results. It's the kind of environment where a young scorer like Whitmore can flourish. Let's talk about what Whitmore brings to the table. At 6'7", with elite-level hops, he's a human highlight reel. His ability to attack the rim, finish through contact, and rise above defenders makes him a nightmare in transition. And when his jumper is falling, he becomes nearly unguardable. Sure, he has areas to polish. His playmaking needs work, and his defensive focus can waver. But those are typical growing pains for a player his age. Whitmore's time in Houston may have been short, but it was enough to showcase why he was once projected as a top 10 pick. Now, in Washington, he'll have the opportunity to take on a bigger role, log heavy minutes, and prove that the Rockets made a mistake by letting him go so soon. This deal also speaks volumes about the current direction of both franchises. Houston is clearly pushing toward relevance in a loaded Western Conference. They want to make noise now, not later. But that ambition could come at the cost of developing young players who need time to mature. For the Wizards, the approach is the exact opposite. Take on high upside projects and let them grow without pressure. It's a long game, and Cam Whitmore might just be their biggest gamble yet. As for the return, 2 second-round picks, it's underwhelming at best. Unless the Rockets flip those picks into something major, this trade could come back to haunt them. It's rare to find a player with Whitmore's tools and mentality outside the lottery, and Houston had him on a rookie deal. That's gold in today's NBA. Let's not forget, Whitmore isn't just a raw athlete. He's shown flashes of being a 3-level scorer. He's got a confident stroke from beyond the arc. He can pull up off the dribble, and his physicality allows him to finish inside against bigger defenders. If he puts it all together, the Wizards could be looking at a future All-Star. And for the price of 2 second-rounders, that's a steal. We've seen this script before. Teams give up on young talent too early, only to watch them blossom elsewhere. The Wizards are hoping this becomes one of those stories. And for a franchise that's been desperate for a spark since the departure of Bradley Beal, this could be the start of something new. So where does this leave both teams? For the Rockets, this is a bet on clarity and direction. They believe they're ready to contend for a play-in or playoff spot, and don't have the luxury of waiting on development. For the Wizards, this is another swing for the fences in hopes that one of these young guns hits big. Only time will tell who wins this deal. But one thing's for sure, Cam Whitmore just became one of the most intriguing players to watch in the upcoming season. Will he rise with the Wizards or fade into the background? Either way, the spotlight is on him now. And sound off in the comments. Did the Rockets make a smart move? Or did the Wizards just pull off the steal of the summer? Hit that bell icon so you never miss a beat in the wild world of the NBA.